What's up, guys? It's Wolfgang back with another Dorkfish Collections review, and today we are going to review the Jada toy Scooby-Doo Mummy. Let's get into it. Released in 1969, Scooby-Doo would go on to become a smash hit with tons of spin-offs and other series, movies, memorabilia, anything you can think of, video games, and including toys like these all the way up to today. This character is from the original series, the first season even, from the episode entitled Scooby-Doo and the Mummy 2. Super excited to have this figure because I grew up on all of the major Scooby-Doo series, including the original. This was an episode that stood out to me, as well as the Creeper, which I'm super happy to have, and the Werewolf episode. So there's a few different characters from the show that really inspired me that I really enjoy. All that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into this figure. Starting, of course, with the box and accessories. The package on this is very straightforward, guys. You got your open window, as Jada does. Got the Jada logo up top, Scooby-Doo, as far as which character it is, the mummy of Ankha. The box is nicely painted or colored. Saturation is perfect. I love that they did the house in the background. It's their take on it. If you watch the original opening scroll, there's a house with bats that fly across it in the opening scroll of the original cartoon. But you get the mummy on the side. It's their stylized take on it. I'm not a big fan of it. I wish they would have used something closer to original art. Of course, you get the Scooby Gang down there. You get the mummy on the back. And then the mummy again on this side. And again, would have liked the original art. But you know what? Other than that, looks great. So package is fantastic. Gets my approval. All right, and moving along to the accessories, he does come with the hands that you see on him, the head, of course, that you see on him. And then he comes with his spare head here, his unmasked head. Paint job looks really well done, really clean all the way across it. Expression is good. And it really catches the likeness of the cartoon. I really enjoy that. It comes with fisted hands, so you get one for each hand. And I like the coloring and the dirtiness they did around the bandages. The wash over it overall, I really like. They did a great job on those. Of course, there's the other one. And then you get this cool piece here, which you can mess around with. I'm sure people will get creative with. But what it's actually meant to be, you'll notice, is a piece to cover the face here. And it's almost meant to be for the unmasking part. So it would cover here, and like they're pulling this off, right, when they were unmasking and when they caught him at the end. So those are all the accessories it comes with. Not a lot, but this line doesn't necessarily need a lot. I'm happy with what we got. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump into aesthetics. Aesthetically speaking, he is very straightforward, very simple, but also very well done. Jada did an excellent job with this figure. Everything is sculpted in. All the wrinkles that you see, all sculpted. None of that's just painted in. They added things like the bandage here, these bandages across the leg, and the head actually moves, so you can see that. Here as well, rotates around. But as you look, there's not a lot of very flat or soft sculpted parts. Everything is pretty well done and then painted and washed very well. You get the solid black mouth, and then it's a little tough to see. Let me bring it in so you can see it. You got the black eyes, but there's also the little red beats in there like the cartoon had. Maybe tough to see on my setup, but it is there. They did a really good job. There's not a lot to it, but what they did was fantastic. The wash is great. The sculpt is great. Everything makes sense. Just very happy. They did a really good job aesthetically. So very happy with that. All in all the way around. They didn't spare any expense. Bandages even underneath the arms, around the back of the arms, everything. They got everything painted, everything sculpted. They didn't cut corners, which I enjoy. So they did a great job aesthetically. I think it's a fantastic looking figure. Like I said, even the head, the spare head that he comes with, or the unmasked head, they did, drop that. Even this head, they did an amazing job with the sculpt. It looks like the cartoon to me. They even got the hair, they sculpted in the hair to make sure that it's there. It's a very clean paint job. I think they did a great job. So overall, aesthetically, this is a win. Moving right along to articulation. Articulation is pretty good on this figure. Jada has a really, really good track record with articulation right now. I'm loving their Street Fighters line and their Mega Man line, but this is right up there with it. So you've got his head, on a double ball peg. So right in there, just pops right on and off. Little tough, but don't worry, that's good. Pops right on and off. So you've got a lot of movement in the neck as well, just as you do with any other Jadas. You've got your butterfly joints. You've got all the extra things you would expect. So head-wise, he can rotate and move very well. He's got wiggle room with the neck and with the head, so he can look pretty far up. He can look really far down. And you can get some nice little side-to-side, some Michael Myers kind of head turns with him, right? So very well done there. You've got the butterfly joint we talked about, which allows it to move forward and back a decent amount. There's some ugliness in the cuts, which you would expect. I mean, it is what it is, especially with the kind of mold they're doing here. But you can get his arms crossed in the mummy-style sleeping pose for the most part. You got to play with it a touch, but boom, you can do the mummy-style sleeping pose, which is great. The arm goes up. Nice little T-pose there. Goes all the way around, of course. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. You can almost touch his own shoulder. And then you've got the regular hinge and pin for the wrist, just like all the other Jada toys, or like you see with Marvel Legends and other figure lines like that, right? You've got your upper torso, which is fairly well hidden. He can go that far in, crunch that far in. He can go that far back, pretty far back, all things considered. So when you mix that with the head, pretty good. It rotates somewhat. It's a little tougher to do up top, so you might not get as much rotation motion, but you do get some side-to-side crunching. And then you've got your bottom hinge, which this is just a diaper that sits over the top, but it moves fairly well in and out as well. So mixing those together, you see a little bit of gappage in the back, but crunch is fine. And really far back, you can start to see the line in it, but really far back, unnaturally far back. So a lot of good motion all in all in that. Leg is going to kick up perfectly. Double jointed, well actually thigh swivel, very well hidden. And then double jointed knee. Ooh, this one's tough. Double jointed knee is going to kick up about that far on this one. And then you've got a hidden, very well hidden, boot swivel right there. And then you've got your ankle, which is going to go that far down, that far up, and then you got your pivot. So very, very well done. Articulation-wise, a couple things maybe they could do a little better here and there as far as this top joint, just not getting as much motion out of it as I normally would get out of Jada's figures. But overall, I think they did a fantastic job. He's got a lot of good motion to him. And I like the way the joints are hidden. I mean, you can see some of them, obviously. But for the most part, when you're taking pictures, a lot of the joints are hidden well. So Jada did a very good job on that. So very impressed, very happy. So that being said, we're going to move into size comparisons. And here we have our mummy next to the Creeper by Jada Toys. And he towers over him. And then towering over the mummy, the DC Collect and Connect Solomon Grundy. And here we have him next to the Marvel Legends Sabretooth and the NECA Ultimate Count Orlok Nosferatu. Just for scaling if you want to see what he looks like with those kind of lines. Overall thoughts on this figure, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite episodes from the original series, so I'm very happy to have a figure on it. We will get Shaggy here soon. Of course, the next wave's already been announced. I believe Scooby is in it. Can't wait to get more of them. That being said, guys, I'm going to bring this review to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, comment down below, and we will catch you on the next one. Wolfgang is out, guys.